cement. Let's make the Legion a little bit bigger. Not you, this one. Another 3 units. How is the war going? They've taken just in Sicily. They've not yet gone into whether CB demands they go. They won't Sardinia Borealis. And they're losing. Rome is currently losing because they haven't got the war goal. I imagine that could change if they even attempt to land here. Is it possible to remove units from a legion? Yeah. So if you want to remove units from a legion, you say which one units want to get rid of, say these donkeys, and then you click disband unit like that. Obviously, I'm not going to do that though. That seems like a kind of terrible idea to me. I think what I want to do is go to war with Athens. He's got no friends. It's a hefty chunk of territory that I could grab. I think this is the play. So let's raise up some levies. And let us get moving. Oh, I don't have a claim, really? Damn it. Alright. Fabricate on Attica. How long is that going to take? February. Alright, so I'm just going to disband the levies right now. Yeah, that's fine. This is okay. Got Armenia on the move. What are you doing? You're at war with Pontus and Cappadocia. Ugh, you're really, really badly wounded by Egypt. That is a disgusting looking Bordeaux bit of Egypt. The origin of the nickname Gonatus is unknown from Wikipedia. Fair enough. Become friends or get some popularity. I'll take some popularity this time. Yeah, if we were to go to war with Rome, this would have to be attacked immediately. Like, that would be the first port of call. Hey, we're no longer depressed. And my dad died of depression, Demetrius. Big sad for him. Let's grab a couple more legions. Palace of the Argeads attacks travelers. The sheer grandeur of the Palace of the Argeads attracts travelers from all over the region. It's not uncommon that they vacation in the area and their large numbers use this as their destination to revel in the glory of our wonder. Stability. I can take popularity and money, or I can take some manpower. I want that stability. Methone gains xenophobic ruler. That's fine. I need that stability. I'm gonna stab another pig as well, actually. That seems like a reasonable thing to do in these circumstances. I thought I disbanded you. I guess I didn't. Oh well, too late now. How did I raise the levies without opening the military screen? You can open it with the levies map mode and clicking on the map. That way you can, say you've got a really big region, like Macedonia, say you are fighting some people in, like, here area, you can then raise your levies here instead of having them raised in Macedon or in Pella and marching north. Which I think is pretty nice, pretty useful from time to time. So the Legion is going to go and siege Hephaestia. Calling it Hephaestia for let's be honest, it's Altis. Or Lemnos, you know, either way is fine. It's either a reference to his birthplace, Gonoi, or an iron plate protecting the knee, which is weirdly specific, but Greeks, who knows. Achilles' heel is oddly specific too. Though no one is really sure. According to Google, Gonatus means knee in modern Greek. Okay. Bloody... Destroying my holy sites is rude. Very, very rude. I disagree. Profusely. We're almost... Athens taking forever to actually fabricate on. I thought it was done already. It's done in February 87. Shit, that's an extra year. Okay, the levy has to be lowered then. I get some from that. This is fine though. Where else do we want to claim on now? Do you have a job? You're a tribune. You're a researcher. The tribune can go. Where else do we want claims? Where else do we have claims? Nowhere. So I guess we lost claims on all those monarchies. So I'm going to start, I guess, claiming on people. On the big ones, at least. Like you've got 28 pops, you've got 17. They're all part of the same defensive league, so fighting one is fighting all of them anyway. There's also Adrissia, which is a target to think of. At least before Rome goes this way, you know. Aetolia, yeah, there's... I'm gonna have to go south soon. There's Apus, we're gonna have to claim on. And Orios as well. Because none of them have friends. Maybe Gonatus was chosen to confuse people. Well, it seems to have confused people, so I guess it worked, if that was the aim. Let's make the Legion a little bit bigger. I mean, you can see just how expensive it is. There's a crisis in Egypt. Good. Very nice to see. Yeah, it's a shame that we lost Epirus to Rome. Like, that would have been really nice to hold on to. Claim Argos to connect your land. That's a good idea. Well, I mean, if I go to war with any of these ones that I've just claimed, like on Messenia, I would take it all anyway. Because they're all in one chunky little defensive league. Relatively annoying, but it is what it is. I think here would actually be a better fort placement than here. Because at the moment, if I was to be attacked by this defensive league, they would have to go... These ones would have to go through Corinthos. These ones would have to either go through Amphissa or these forts. So I could pick off Apus. You're not part of the defensive league anyway. I could pick off Aetolia first. Who shouldn't exist, let's be honest. I could pick off Aetolia first. And then maybe I'd have to defend. I'd have to maybe block the strait, march an army here to take that and make sure you can't march over. An army to siege. This is irrelevant. Dime is unfortunately an issue. I think it's probably doable. Without too much worry. But we'll have to wait and see what we can make of it. I think Athens should definitely be the first conquest, though. So that I can march this way without military access being needed. The games conclude. We didn't win. Didn't expect to either, so that's fine. Have you some advice to give for early wars with small nations? It feels totally different with the new military system. I would say you're gonna have to come out of a mindset of mercenaries only in a dire situation. You know, mercenaries are unfortunately very much needed nowadays when you are small. Allies as well are needed. There has been a really big change to the game. I think it's kind of gone under the radar, but to improve opinion is now gold instead of political influence. I think this is a much more logical, I don't know if logical, but it's definitely an improvement, because it means that, you know, when you are the Seleucid Empire and you've got, you know, your political influence is spread thin as you try and improve a bunch of different provinces with provincial investments and all that, but you've got gold coming out your arsehole like that, then you can improve relations with a lot of people. I definitely think gold is definitely better in that regard. So yeah, improve relations with people, ally people, way more than you're used to in previous versions of the game, and make use of mercenaries. It's somewhat accurate to history. Yeah, I think so. Claim Cyrenaica unless it's allied to Egypt. If not, as a Greek nation, I also do it as a lot of pops of Greek culture. I mean, I could, sure, but then that's basically an easy war goal for Egypt to take from us. Halicarnassus has had a civil war, which is now over. Oh my shitting bees. So yeah, they managed to hold the war goal, but not to hold the Romans from Africa. Carthage is getting spanked. Damn it. That's rough. I've still got shit tons of money. I could do with some of that money. Oh, come on, get the claim done. February. Soon. Very, very soon, we'll be able to go to war with Athens. So with that said, let's raise the Macedonian levy. We'll raise this levy as well. This one does have a donkey as well, which is nice. Alright. Athens, time for you to die. We're going to see an Athenian army pop up in a moment. There it is, 2,000 men. Not worry. Hey, Zlevik, thank you very much for the raid. 128 people, hello. We're playing, for the new people who have just arrived, we're playing some Imperator Rome. We're playing as the Antigonid Kingdom, but we got smashed, and now we are living in Macedon. We have formed Macedon. We've managed to change our flag to this absolutely sexy beast. And now we're just trying to clean up the little miners in the south of Greece, starting with Athens, before we work on maybe getting Rome back on their side of this little sea, the Adriatic. It's going to be a tough fight, let's put it that way. So we need to get as much strength as we can before we move on to that. Alright, so that's taken. I thought there was a fort there, I guess not. Legion was maybe a little bit superfluous. How about you stay where you are and the Navy can go and pick you up instead. It's also way more enjoyable than the last system. You can't rush early wars without a minimum of strategy. Yeah, I think there's not much, right, that has not been improved with the latest patch. It's fairly easy to say with a straight face, you know. That's certainly not a lie. But yeah, the game is much improved. So if you haven't played Imperator in a while, I would recommend that you give it a shot now. Unfortunately, we've got some Athenians marching down into the Nesiotic League, which is still my vassal. We can hopefully try and do some... Is it not pronounced Macedon? I don't believe so. I think the Greeks used a hard C, or like a K sound for the C's. Either way, I've always just called it Macedon. I don't know. I might be wrong, but I don't know. It's just what I've been doing. Alright, let's march. We used to have Athens as our own feudatory, but then the blasted Macedonians took them off us. And now that we are Macedonian, we are wanting them to return to the fold once again. Nice little stack wipe. Beautiful. This is not necessary to siege. I'll march here so we can't raise new troops. As for my my new omen, I think I'm gonna go... I mean, Aphrodite is super tempting with that monthly wages, negative 10%. That would be an extra ducat a month, but I guess expansion change. would be nice as well. Yeah, let's get aggressive expansion change. We really need to get rid of it, especially as we're about to start increasing the size of our army. Kind of like how Caesar is pronounced more like Kaiser. True, but at the same time, no. don't like it. It is that way though. It do be the case. It should be pronounced that way, but I'm not gonna. You won't find me doing that one. All right, so maybe as we have basically won the Athenian war, this army can now go to Apus, and we can go and murder them as well. There's no harm in doing multiple wars at the same time if we've got the manpower for it, and we definitely do. So, yeah, take Boeotia. Mine. Thing is, this army does not have any donkeys, so we can't really do much on that one. We've got Minister of Excellence, Dariades Alexander, in a fine display of financial acumen, has made significant alterations to the national budget. Excellent. We've also got some prosperity. Under the guidance of the same man, Macedon has gone from strength to strength. Some of our advisors are recommending that the institution of a new tax, in order that the national treasury might share in this prosperous era. No, I need stability. Finally back over 50. It's been a while. I wish the CK3 map looked like Imperator. Imperator has the best looking map. Absolute solid agreement. Imperator's map is easily the most beautiful of all the Paradox games. Even if you don't like the game, you gotta admit, this is the best map. Alright, we'll also attack you. Oh, Dariades. You know, we're getting a lot of these events because his statesmanship is so damn high. You beauty. He's cultivating quite the reputation as a man of decency and honor. Such virtues give our citizens good reason to feel safe, secure, and stable. Nice. I love it. I love it. So as soon as one of these sieges is done, we're going to be marching here. EU1 has the best map with 4 province Japan and all. I haven't even seen it. I'm not even going to entertain the thought that that is the case. Let's get our navy here to blockade Oreos. Alright. Good stuff. Pirates! Damn it! A message has been sent by Philocles from Gytheon. A fleet of pirates has attacked the port and it does not look like they're going to let up anytime soon. So we could institute anti-piracy edict. Let's have a look at these laws. So, anti-piracy edict is right here. We can't actually take it. We need professional sailors if we want it. I kind of prefer this one, if I'm being honest. Commerce income plus 15% is kind of better, I think. Maybe citizen happiness is good, though. But we could do that, get some loyalty on him, we lose some political influence, or he can deal with it, we lose 5,000 manpower. I don't want to do that. Or they'll move from our shores in time. Let's get that citizen happiness plus 4%. Doesn't look like a bad idea. So we've now got the anti-piracy edict without having to take that invention, which is quite nice. Alright, Athens have been 100%ed. We're going to be taking all of your territory. It's another 4% aggressive expansion. Unless I've got a tech coming real soon. I do not. So we'll sue for peace. Take all your land. The city of Athene has finally fallen to our troops and is now in our hands. Athene, or Athenae, or Athenae, I don't know. But I pronounce it perfectly every time, don't worry about it. It was one of the 2 major actors in the Peloponnesian War, as well as the head of the Athenian League, and one of those who struggled against Persian oppression. It was known as a center for philosophers from all around Greece, and for their particular democratic process in how their city-state should proceed. After the Macedonians came to the stage in regional politics, Athens has often sought to regain their power and independence. With the city under our control, our men and advisors wonder how we should treat our old enemy. They've been asking for us to sack the city to the ground. I don't want to. 208 ducats is real fucking tempting. So is that. That's real tempting too, but I'm not going to make Athens a settlement. That's disgusting. We'll take some cultural artifacts back home. 200 ducats seems really nice. That seems like really, really tasty. Yeah, I'd say 200 ducats. It's a little, it's a wee little bit of burning. It's a wee little bit. It's not a lot of burning, just a wee little bit of burning. After a protracted conquest, we finally routed the Athenian armies and laid waste to lands. I'm going to lose the aggressive expansion here. I think I need to. 0.5 is, I mean, geez, I just kind of have to. Yeah. We also sacked the ships to the ground. Good. And killed their armies. Very nice. Right. So, Athens is now ours. I would like to know how many Athenian pops we actually have. 77. It's not a lot. So we'll use the new edit that came in the Lambert patch, which is these two glorious, tasty little tabs. Oh. They need to be sorted, but these are brand new. It's literally what I asked for, so I love that it's in. Alright, so Paeonia has only got 8% integrated pops, so we're going to send you to cultural assimilation. You're 100% religious, so this can be changed. Thessaly can now be maybe acquisition of wealth. We've got Chalcidice is pretty happy. I might leave you as you are, that's fine. We've got Emathia, which is where our home is. I'm thinking acquisition of wealth might be here. Maybe encourage trade. Let's do encourage trade. Rhodope needs more cultural assimilation. Europa, the same. Hemimontus, also the same. 31% on Cyprus already is doing what I want. Car Inferioris needs cultural assimilation. Euboea, same as well, but I'm out of political influence. I've installed this and it's your fault. Hey, Barely, how you doing, man? I am happy to take the blame if you are playing Imperator Rome now. I'm also happy to say you're welcome. And what can I say except you're welcome for playing Imperator again. That's all you're getting, by the way. That's literally all you're getting. I'm not doing any more. The Rock has an amazing voice. I do not. But, you know, it's a good movie. It's a good song. Who knows? I want more tough, absolute tough titties. It's not happening. It is not happening. What is happening, though, is the increasing size of our legion, but not yet, because we don't actually have him in friendly territory. As soon as he's in friendly territory, then we increase him. What inventions do I prioritize early? Yeah, sure, we can go into that. I don't need to pause it. We're just waiting on these sieges. I will slow the game down to like speed 3 while I talk about it, though. So say I start with 8 innovations. The inventions that I prioritize really early. If I don't plan on moving my capital, in the civic tree, nope, in the oratory tree, I prioritize census data to get 5 extra freemen. If you're starting as a small country, moving from legal patronage, centralized committees, this is great as well because I change governor policy all the bloody time. And then census data, this little line here is a must pick. Like almost always I will take this. There's other stuff in oratory here like filiaces and equal integration. These are decent, but if I'm looking for the ones that I must pick right at the start, from my 8, these 3 are part of that 8. In the civic advances, I don't think there's anything that I focus on immediately. No, I think it's just martial from then on. Military artisans for their free provincial investment. There is the blacksmith's apprentice, so that you can unlock the foundry, which is incredible. We've also got some barbarians, so I will pause the game now. We go for blacksmith's apprentices because the foundry is an incredible building. It's absolutely delightful. We'll go into why in just a moment, but doing that also gives you some discipline and makes your heavy cavalry a bit better, and also your army is a bit, you know, lighter, so you don't suffer so much in the way of attrition. So, yeah, for my 8, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Those are the 8 that I take. I think there are other options. If you want to start with really high training on all your armies that you raise, you can get a ton of starting experience, like a literal massive amount. You can also go heavy on the discipline if you want. Like there's 5% there, there's another 5%. You can get some, heavy infantry discipline here and here. Like Manipular Legion is here for an extra 2.5%. Boeotian Helm is 2.5%. There's a lot of discipline things you can go down. If you really want to focus on a modifier, then you can do that way. But for me personally, I prefer getting the Foundry and getting those extra 5 Freemen and getting the provincial investment. That's what I like to do.